all those affected by this terrible tragedy. Yeah, it's just, it's unbelievable. You know, I went to UVA, I graduated in 2014, and when I woke up this morning, I got several text messages from classmates, even my own family members about this. And it was just, I was in disbelief because I was just on campus back in April for Black Alumni Weekend, and me and my friends, we still are talking about how much of a great time that we had, and to see something like this happen, it's shocking because I know violence and things can occur anywhere, but I truly felt safe when I was a student on that university's campus. So I'm really, you know, my heart goes out to the victims and their families, the students. We heard that young man say that they were hiding under a desk at school. When you think of school, you think of safety, and no one thinks that something like this will happen to them. So
I think the conversation always comes back to mental health to me. You know, it's just, I don't know what else. I don't know what the answer is to this, but at some point, I think everybody's going to need to address mental health more seriously and openly in order to reach out to people that may have issues like that young man. And
recognizing the signs, because obviously friends or family or people who are around him, if you see something that's off, we really have to start normalizing that mental health is a thing. If you know, if that played a role in this case, so it's sad.
And I'm really curious to hear how this evolves, this investigation, considering what you had just said about how he was already on the radar of people who watch threat assessments. So I'm curious to see, you know, the scrutiny that will take place and how it hopefully will get better from this.
Interesting too to see the story behind it eventually, because they were 3 football players and he was a former football player. And it's just, I just want to see how the story plays out.
Just seeing their pictures up there,
I know.
Such young men,
So sad.
Promising futures, you know, gone way too soon because of the acts and selfish acts of somebody else.
That's true.
And I mean, it's
sad.
one thing, you know, to be in a sports team and to lose one member in a tragic way, but to have 3. I mean, and you're in the middle of a football season. I mean,
I'll also say, you know, all 3 of those students are Black, and the Black community at UVA is very, very small. Everyone knows each other, so I'm pretty sure this is really hitting a lot of people close to home. A lot of students probably knew him. I probably know people who knew those students, so it's just, it's really sad.
It is. Well, and violence on college campuses, you know, obviously this is an occurrence that we
times in your lifetime?
I've only been twice, so I really can't say. I need to go more before I can say that I have a favorite spot. But I like the town of Manteo. I just think it's so cute in the downtown area.
I went once before. I think this was the summer of 2012 with my mother and my sister. I'm not sure what part of the Outer Banks I was at, but I liked it. It was really calm. It's definitely a family-friendly place to go, especially if you have young children or something like that. If you're looking to, you know, party like you would in Myrtle Beach,
you won't be there.
It's a different vibe. But I thought it was very beautiful.
And one thing we were talking about during the commercial break was how it is less commercialized than you would see
Sure, you know somebody who's dealing with one of these symptoms or one of these illnesses.
Yeah, I know. I have several friends whose kids have, and it goes through a house like that. I mean, even with the adults, it's not just the little ones, but for people that have kids like 6 months old and younger, that's when it can turn deadly. It really can.
I'm hopeful that maybe a vaccine will help this, but like we've seen with the COVID vaccine, parents of kids that small, the percentage is very low for them getting the vaccine. So I'm not confident that even a vaccine will help this issue.
But doctors I've spoken to in the past say one of the big factors playing into this is during the COVID-19 lockdowns, and we've talked about this before, they said kids weren't out around other people, getting that interaction, getting exposed to different viruses to build up that immune system. So that's why we're seeing this, you know, slam of all these people getting sick. Another thing I think is the whole mask situation. Because remember, the last 2 years we were all wearing masks all the time. You didn't really hear about people getting the common cold or all these different illnesses. We've, you know, eased our restrictions a bit, so now we're starting to see everybody get sick. So I think some of the benefits of the, you know, whole COVID lockdowns and all that was those face masks.
Well, it is true that if you don't expose your little ones to, like, you know,
America, but never Europe.
If you can study abroad, it is such a great experience. I got to go to St. Kitts and Nevis for public health and disaster preparedness when I was in college, and just learning about the different cultures. And we went to a lot of hospitals to see how things are done there versus what we do in America. And it's an experience I'll always remember. Like, if you get the chance, there are scholarships out there and
Yeah.
ways to help fund it. It's definitely impactful.
It's cheaper to go while you're in college.
Yes.
it
Yes.
is. My son, who goes to SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design,
those chemicals. I'm so glad more research is being done about this, because for years we've heard people say the long-term effects that a perm can have, but now that we're seeing more of these new studies being done, I think is very beneficial. I personally don't get relaxers anymore, but I know a lot of people who still do, and you know, they get a touch-up about every 4 to 5 weeks or so.
I mean, it's easier said than done because there's also a cultural need to embrace the hair textures that come if you don't get it straightened, because my hair is obvious. This is my natural hair. So when it's not straight, this is what it looks like. But if people don't accept that this is what it looks like, and they're like, hey, you need to straighten your hair all the time, well, then that's what I have to do
Right.
in order to do that. And then there's causes and effects to that.
and I've seen, Lauren and I were talking, I've seen documentaries where they talk about, I mean, physically, and she's mentioned it in that story, it can, I mean, that relaxer will burn your skin.
Oh, yeah.
But you're using, so the chemicals used in that have to be really harsh, and it's not healthy using that
It's
much.
incredible to me that they were able to link something like that from your head
Yes.
to uterine cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible that some of the things that we do to our bodies have such strange effects to other parts of our bodies.
Yeah, I guess it gets in the bloodstream, it gets into your system. But going back off of your point, that's a very true point. We have to embrace other types of hair, because from a young age, you're taught straight hair is beautiful. That is the
Right.
standard of beauty. I got my first perm when I was in 4th grade as like a birthday gift. And I was excited about it because it's like, you're grown, that means your hair can be straight, that means you're mature and a woman, but that's not necessarily
Yeah.
true. You know, me having these braids, that's, you know, genuine to my culture and my hair texture.
Yeah, and same here. Even me walking in this job role and wearing my hair like this, at first, I was really scared to do this. When I first started in this industry, I was wearing wigs, I was straightening my hair and all that, and I was like, that's not me. I can't keep doing it. Not from the health standpoint of that point, but just for me. And also my hair was breaking off,
Yeah.
constantly straightening it like that. So for me, I was like, well, I need to do this. And people are going to either embrace it or not, but this is
That's
how I
right.
was made. So this is how I have to be.
Gotta be who you are.
And I think it's okay if you want to wear your hair natural, if you want to wear it in braids, or if you do want to wear it straight, or you do want to wear wigs. It should just be what you choose to do, and not feel like society says this is the standard
that's
of
right.
beauty. And if you choose chemicals, you know, make sure you do your research.
Yep.
Got to be safe. You're going to go that route. All right, we'll take a break, and we're coming back in just a couple of minutes. And in my never-ending quest to be a game show host, we are letting Lauren and Chad go head-to-head in the face-off today with some trivia. Okay.
I just really
You
like the.
I
Me
do-
too,
I do
it's so
like that.
cute. Y'all, I was geeking out during the commercial break when I saw this.
When Manning showed that to me, I said we ripped their faces off and put them right up there.
Like
All right,
that.
here's what we're doing. We're talking about the prices of things in the year 2000. So we're going to do a Price is Right style. So the one of you that comes closest to the retail value without going over wins a
Got it.
point. We have 8 questions.
What's the
All right,
prize?
Here we go.
Bragging rights.
Stardom and bragging
Okay.
rights. That's right. Your 15 minutes fee.
All right.
All right. A house in the year 2000. What is the median price of a house 22 years ago, Chad? What do you think?
I start. $90,000.
Okay.
$87,000.
Oh, you're playing Prices Right style. All right, then Chad's going to get this one. It is $134,150.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right.
Median income in 2000, Lauren. Median.
$45,000.
Gosh, I would say it's lower than that. Maybe 30,000.
What'd you say?
45,000.
Okay, Lauren wins that one. Is 40,343.
Wait, but she went over.
Too late.
Did no,
Yo.
you did. That's right. Chad caught that one. That's true.
Okay.
Without going over. You're right. Sorry. Chad got that. Okay, so
Fiddlesticks.
what's our count now? Is it 2-zip?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
But who's
Median
counting?
rent in 2000.
Oh wow.
Chad, you're
I'm
first.
first.
Way lower
Let's
than it
go.
is now.
$400 a month.
Okay, Lauren.
$375 a month.
Okay. You said what?
400.
No, okay. I have to do the math. Chad gets this one too. It's 675.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Okay.
All right,
That's
here's the one
expensive,
that I
man.
loved. A gallon of gas.
Oh, in the year 2000. Ooh.
$1.62.
Okay.
$1, Bob.
then Chad gets that one too.
Okay,
It's $1.26.
just to say, in the early 2000s, I was not I didn't rent. I didn't own a home.
Right.
I couldn't even drive yet.
True.
So, to my
you can
defense.
still redeem yours. It's 4 zip. We have 4 more. A car, a median price of a car. Who's first?
I
don't
think
remember.
Lauren's first this time. No, I'm sorry. I guessed $1, so it's
Okay.
my fault.
Of a car?
Of a car.
$1?
$1 for the last one.
Okay.
So for this one, which means I went second last.
Okay.
So, gosh.
This is a hard one, I think.
$18,000.
Okay.
$17,000.
Chad again.
Oh my
It's
God.
$24,750.
Wow, that's expensive.
All right, the price of a stamp
A stamp.
in 2000. Lauren goes first.
one.
5 cents.
Oh no, it's like I know it's more than that, but it's maybe 25 cents.
You're very close. 33 cents for
Okay.
Chad.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right, one more, real quick.
This
She
is
says
a-
this is our last one. A loaf of bread.
Uh,
What was it?
$1.25.
$1.26.
You win that one. There we go. A loaf of bread is $1.72. Dozen eggs, real quick. Any guess? Anybody? Just
50 cents. No,
52
that's way
cents.
too low. But yeah.
she wins that one too.
Way too low,
But it's
yeah.
89 cents. I thought it
Wow,
was
okay.
very,
That was like a
that was a tough one, man.
like
That was
really
good.
little tough on my ego. I mean,
I had a tiebreaker in case it was 4-4, and it was which Harry Potter book came out in 2000.
the Sorcerer's Stone.
See, I don't know him that well. The Goblet of Fire was.
What was the second one? That's one of the titles.
I don't know. That's all. It
Sorcerer's
just
Stone, I
said,
think it was the first one,
Oh,
right? I
okay.
think that was the first Harry Potter, right?
was it? I don't know,
I think so.
but that's the one. Whichever one that is.
Anyway,
Well, congratulations,
thank you,
Chadwick.
appreciate it.
Good
So
job.
today's trivia is just for bragging rights, but there is a way to
To be seen that way, in my opinion.
What I like about the theme of this movie is, our job as journalists is to hold people accountable, to spread awareness and to educate, and it gives the public a background idea of what we do. Because you hear a lot of people talk about the media, they're just
Yeah.
trying to, make a mockery of this,
Have
but they can
agenda.
really see the real work that goes into true investigative journalism.
Which, by the way, takes a long time to develop, right? Just-
Years.
yeah,
Sometimes it takes
that's
years
right.
to break some of these
That's right.
stories.
I just like the idea of a movie that's based on true events that were such big headlines and continue to be. Because I feel like us as journalists know more than the public does about certain things.
Yeah.
But we still don't know everything, right?
no.
So I'm excited to see this movie, to see what we don't already know about it.
And it's also, really, to be honest with you, it's a never-ending process, journalism. I mean, it never stops. There's always the next story.
Always the follow-up
Yeah,
or always a
yeah.
different angle to dive deeper. But anytime you can do good work that helps other people is a great thing.
This is good. I'm going to see that one. It looks good. We'll be right back.